Hello everybody and welcome back to the grand finale of Frostpunk. The storm is just about to start. Things are going to go very hectic, I suspect. Can we survive? I do not know. Are we going to try our best? Absolutely. We have some food, we have some coal. Whether it will be enough, I simply do not know. Having a look at our coal production now, I'm not so sure. But we'll have to see. We have a lot of heaters on, a lot of steam pumps on. We can probably turn some of those off soon. In places which will no longer have workers in. For example, that steelworks. We can turn that heater off. I don't know if there's a way where we can see all the heaters that are on. Yes, we can. Excellent. Pretty much all the heaters are going to be turned off now. Because really we need to be thinking about survival. The medical posts, however, will keep theirs. That is the only exception. Medical posts can keep their heaters on. Everything else, something like a coal thumper or a gathering post, does not get one. The hothouse does not get one. A cookhouse does not get one. Medical posts do get one though. That is the only exception I'm making to this rule. Can we survive? I don't know. We do not have enough good housing for everyone. I would like these steelworks to still be functioning, if possible. I'm going to change that over. It's a little bit more discontent. If we can get these guys to still work when it comes daytime, when it comes to storm, I'll be very, very happy indeed. Let's fast forward time here and see what the consequences of this storm may be. People are getting very sick very quickly. Can we do another triage, I wonder? No, it's going to take a little while yet. But we can get people healing. We give them extra rations. And it might get people back out of there quickly, but given the level of how much is going to be happening, I really don't think we're going to manage to keep up with the medical demand here. I simply think they will all die, or most of them will die. We're giving them extra rations, but there's a cooldown on that, so we're not going to be able to use that all the time. Do we have some more medical posts? We have a few more. There's one here we can do. There's one here we can do. If we can just lower how many people die, that's the best chance we have. Okay, let's speed up time. See what the consequences of this storm are. Here we go. Healthcare installation has been researched just in time. Makes things nice and warm. Hell has frozen over. Technology, we have no real steel to work with. Or we do, but it's going to take a little while. Question is, what actual one do we want to use? Probably heating to some extent. Improved heaters might be nice. Probably, actually, I want the generator safety bypass. The generator stress will increase 25% slower and fall 25% faster. That generator safety bypass might help us. That's going to require 80 steel, which is not great. Speed forward time here, and here comes the storm. Hope is low already. Discontent is not ideal. A howling gale bursts upon the city, and the generator creaks and groans under the weight of the wind. Pale faces turn towards rattling windows, trembling lips utter words of prayer. The cold will be brutal. Hunting is impossible. The soil in the hothouses will freeze. We'll have to make do with the food we've stockpiled, which I don't think is quite enough. We shall have to see. This propaganda centre, I need people to still work in it. It's my only chance. Oh, look at that hope. As soon as hope falls, then we're in a world of problems. Yeah, we're gonna have some issues here. You're gonna be disabled. There's no point keeping these hothouses on. That still works. I'm gonna keep people working there for the time being, because this will give people a house. These will give people houses to survive in. even at the cost of many, many lives. These coal thumpers, I'm going to dismantle. Oh no, don't dismantle. Because we have an automaton there. Put the automaton back in, but it's not like anything. It's not like he can really collect anything. That's the only problem. So I'm actually going to dismantle that. Am I going to dismantle the coal thumper? I don't know. In fact, we can put the. For now, we can take you off here because we can put you on the actual coal pile itself. There's plenty of it. You're not going to extract a huge amount, but that's okay. This, however, we can dismantle this coal thumper. It's a little bit more wood. If we dismantle this hothouse, that gives us some. Only gives us wood back. It doesn't give us steel, which is what I really want. I'm gonna keep on building houses for the new people as best I can. How long until that propaganda comes back? A little while yet. I really don't want to sign that new order thing in, but I may have no choice. This watchtower, I'm going to keep people going in there if I can. Make it hopefully somewhat reasonable to work in. It's a passive effect, but I'm hoping it's going to help. Lots of people are freezing, and lots of people are dying. And it's only going to get colder and colder. But hope is rising to some extent, which is good, which is really useful, because we're going to need it. Let's make sure we have enough people in these steelworks, even the children, I'm afraid. Even the children. These buildings here are disabled by the storm, we may also turn them off. Because they're not going to be used for anything, and I don't want them going out unnecessarily to these buildings when they can stay huddled in the centre. That public house is too cold. If we put on a heater, might just work well enough. Let's... Okay, we can take people out of here, that's fine. We'll put them in the public house. I'm hoping that might help a little bit with everything that's going on. Something tells me it's not going to be. We shall have to see. We've got an event here. Danger of collapse. Coal mine. So one of our engineers wants to talk to you. He's concerned about the danger that the cold poses to our mines. We're doing everything that we can to heat the mines, but the air we're pumping into the shafts is so cold now that the hydraulic roof supports will start to freeze. When they do, the tunnels will start collapsing. That's not good. Not good at all. How is our coal consumption? We're actually still in profit somehow. I want to save my overdrive for when it gets really cold. I don't think it was possible to get this cold. Don't worry, it's going to get much, much worse. And now things are starting to take a troublesome turn. We'll turn off that hunter's hut. Turn off this hunter's hut. Turn off this hunter's hut. Not everyone is going to survive. That is just purely the case. If I can survive with more than half the people, I would say that's worthwhile. I'm going to turn on my overdrive because I think I'm going to need it. And I'm also going to turn on generator safety bypass, but that's going to take a while to research. Let's hope they can research it today. With this generator on, that lowers our discontent heavily. Whether it will do enough for our hope, I don't know. Because we're going to have to turn it on and off. It's not going to be able to survive. It's not going to be able to be on forever, that's for sure. Coal mine crisis. The mines are freezing. So it's so cold that the hydraulic roof supports in our coal mines are failing. If the tunnels collapse, the lower levels will be cut off. We should either abandon them or send volunteers to replace the supports, but the task is extremely dangerous. Oh, the output of all coal mines will fall by 80%. I can't afford that. 10 volunteers will be sent. 30 of our people just died. It's all for the greater good. It's all for the greater good. I hope. How are we doing in terms of medical? We're doing okay for the time being. That cookhouse is somehow still operating, which is remarkable. It's too cold, we'll turn it back on because then they can start cooking. Our medical post is somehow doing well enough for the time being in terms of heat. I don't know if they're still able to work though when it's not, when the generator's not on its overdrive setting. This generator safety bypass will buy us time, but I don't know how much time. Speed up time, see what happens here. Got to keep an eye on that overdrive. Make sure it doesn't get out of hand. Coal mine crisis, oh no. More hands are needed. Sir, the volunteers we sent to keep the caves running weren't enough. There's been a cave-in. Either we send more people to open the tunnels and replace the rest of the supports, or the sacrifice of the first group will be in vain. Send more people, or down to the low levels, 70% will be dead. Well, 70% loss of efficiency. We have to send more people. How many do we lose this time? We lose 15. But our hope rises. Weirdly, kind of, with 45 people dying, I thought that would be the case. Maybe not, but our hope is doing okay for the time being. I'm actually as surprised as you are. Let's do that. That's going to get our hope even further. Our hope is actually looking remarkable at the moment, given how things are going. Because eventually we're going to have to turn that generator off, and I'm not thrilled about that. In fact, we'll turn it off. We'll turn it off once we get our generator safety bypass back. I think that's the best thing we can do there. Oh boy, I'm going to put the... that food is not going to last us, is it? Are we making soup? Like we should be. Cookhouse, we are making soup, good. If people starve, people starve. Unfortunately, we're losing 359 a day. Okay. We might just be okay. I don't know. We don't know when it's going to get warmer again yet. We're somehow still getting wood. Oh, that's going to be one of our automatons, isn't it? Ah, this war drill. We don't need you in there anymore. We can probably do something more useful with you. We've got 2 automatons ready to go. This coal thumper can do some work. Okay, so we'll put 1 coal thumper in here to work. And then the other one can actually collect the coal that's being generated. For now, though, the automaton can go in there and collect coal from there. I think that's the King's Irishman heading that way. Again, we have a lot of wood, which I don't really know what we need to do. That's getting close. Turn off the generator. Pause, 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 pause. 98%. My word. We got there just in time. We did not want that to blow over. Mines operational. Sir, the volunteers managed to replace the critical supports in the lower levels of our coal mines. Our coal supply is safe for now, but the cost was great. 45 of our people paid with their lives to give us a chance of survival. They will indeed be honoured. And everything is now freezing. Bunkhouses are not going to keep up. Medical posts are down to cold. To very cold. It's not... They can't operate in there, which is not good. Okay, we can get a new tech. We can get a higher range, but that uses more coal. I genuinely think we can do something more useful. Steam hub range we can get, but I don't think we need that. That's going to cost us more coal that we don't really have. House redesign we could do. Perhaps infirmaries is useful, but that requires us to actually, you know... That requires us to usefully change things. Advanced coal mine. Ooh, do we have 3? Do we even have 3 steam cores? No, we don't. But we might be able to get. We might be able to get that tech anyway, and we might be able to upgrade it purely because if we upgrade, I think we might be okay. But I wonder if there's something better we can do instead. Steam coal thumper. This one, coal mining optimization. More efficiency in the coal mines. That feels like something we can usefully do. Because right now our coal is doing okay, but I don't know if that's going to stay that way. And we could always eventually get the higher range for our heaters, which would not be a bad thing at all. Oh boy. Okay, let's keep going. People are going to start dying very quickly here. People are freezing, people are sick. People are getting... There's a lot more frostbite. Hey, we can give people... We can sort people out afterwards. I'm really sad that I didn't make more... Oh, we can... Let's make some more houses over bunk houses. That might be what we can do. That might work even better to buy ourselves time. And they can work on that. And it's a good motivation to give people houses. It's a good incentivization. We can make our coal mines even more efficient. That might be worthwhile doing. Steam Steelworks. I would like to do this. But I really think we might be able to do something more useful. Streamlined automatons. We can make them more efficient. But I'd really like to work on more heating, I think. Generator efficiency upgrades, lowering coal consumption by 10%. I'll take that for now. That's still useful. See, these guys in houses, they're actually doing okay. It's cold, so that's the best thing we can do for people now is construct houses so the bunk houses survive. Because the bunk houses are freezing. Lots of people are freezing. So the more steel we get, the better. But we're not going to get that much more. I might eventually put one automaton into the steel works. I'm going to boost the efficiency of these two steam areas. Let's put the temperatures on. Good grief, why are we not giving these people heating? We need to give these people the best possible chance of getting us the steel. Again, it's another sacrifice they're going to be making to hopefully give us the time that we need. Duels are still taking place. That is remarkable, to be honest. Okay. Multiple problems. It's too cold. Don't know why that hothouse is still on. I should have turned that off ages ago. We probably want to do a triage soon, given how many medical patients we have. So I'm going to turn this back on. And that will make things warm enough for us to do a triage. How many people will die? 22. We saved everyone we could, the rest of us had to die. And people are going to be straight back into treatment. We'll give people a bit of a respite. We'll keep this on for the time being. In fact, no, we're going to turn it off until the moment where it gets even colder again. I'm a little sad that these medical posts can't quite keep up. I don't know. Could I double steam hub them? Would that work? I might try that, you know. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm going to try it though. If I double steam hub, is that going to be enough? Let's find out, because then we can keep our medical areas alive. Our dreams alive, our hopes alive. It's getting even colder now. We're down to minus 120. The storm. Darkness before dawn. Sir, one of our engineers has come crashing through the door, white-faced, demanding to see you. I've run the calculations of the new data. The storm will pass in a couple of days, but the temperature just before the end will drop drastically. Nothing can protect us from such cold. Panic is starting to spread. People are losing a lot of hope. My word. That's a lot of hope to lose. Okay, we now have a second steam hub here, and it's still too cold. I was somehow hoping that it would kind of give us double the heat, which I really think it should. But no. Is there somewhere where we can make these steam hubs more efficient, I wonder? Or make them actively more... Give them efficiency, but that might just save on coal. I don't know if that's necessarily going to give us what we need. I'm actually going to turn off that steam hub that we don't need anymore, just to save on coal. Although coal we're doing okay on for the time being. Coal we are doing okay on for the time being. I'm intrigued. If I turn on this overdrive, is it... okay, they can now just keep up in the medical post. Excellent. We've got 2 days left. I'm gonna give people food. All medical posts are getting food in order that they might heal people quickly. That's my hope. We're also going to build more houses for these poor people in bunkhouses. And I want to go back to health. Medical posts. Where are they? Mostly here. I am going to spend the food. I'm aware that people might go hungry, but I think it's worth it to keep people alive. I consider that a worthwhile endeavour. Do we have any engineers who could usefully be doing other things? I think most of our engineers are actually in medical posts. We don't need people in these coal thumpers anymore, I don't think, so we can take the engineers off there. I just want to fill out some of these medical posts which are kind of running at half efficiency at the moment. I'm going to put some more people in the tech shop. I'm going to give them that. I'm also going to make it a little bit warmer for them. And I'll do the same in the other tech area, which is somewhere, I just need to find it. Workshop, there's one there. Here's the other one here. Turn that on, give them a foreman. People refuse to work. So a group of people employed this medical post refuses to go to work. They say they want to spend the final hours with their families. No, I'm sorry, you need to keep going. You're the medical post. The medical post has to be the one thing that survives. Book of laws I'm keeping. If our hope falls too low, we go into purpose and we sign new order. Let us hope it doesn't come to that. It may well do. It's too cold in this public house for people to work in. Not great. Okay. We're actually doing okay on coal. Coal, we're surviving. I can see the end in sight. Let's manage. Okay, coal we're generally doing okay on. What can we do now with our tech? We can go for generator range. I want to go for maybe steam range upgrade because I want to see if the steam hubs I can make actively warmer. Something tells me I can't, but we'll have to see. I find it remarkable we're actually keeping up with the coal demand. Food supply is a little bit more precarious, but hey ho. We shall have to manage. I don't know why that cookhouse is on, that can be turned off. People are understandably very, very cold. And somehow people are still working these steelworks, all due credit. All due credit, because that is not an easy task. But it's going to provide shelter for people. You should be very proud of the work you're doing, ladies and gentlemen, to keep other people alive. Because people in houses can just about manage. It's not ideal, it's chilly, but it's not cold. And we should be thankful that we're not much, much colder. Don't know why this hothouse is on. We have one automaton available. Steelworks we might take people out of because it's just so cold for them working there now. And that means they would work through the night. I don't think they're very good at... No, they're not very good at producing steel, but they produce through the night. So I think that's well worth doing. Food rations are less than a day at this point, but we did spend some food rations to survive, to make people live. We can do another triage soon, hopefully. Let's actually have a look. Triage has got a long cooldown now. Generator stress level is critical. We're going to have to turn that off before we forget. Discontent and hope is actively going the wrong way very quickly. Some people are very sick. They're just going to have to survive. There's really not another option, unfortunately. Food is getting very, very low indeed as well. But we can get food once the storm has passed. I don't think it was going to be possible for it to get this cold. Hell is frozen over. And we have a new event down here. Fear of the storm, panic is spread. Sir, even more people have abandoned their workplaces. They're completely petrified. Many of them don't believe we'll make it. This time the entire staff of this gathering post has refused to go to work. That's fine. I can stay home. I'm fully aware that people in gathering posts cannot work now at this stage. The thing is, even the houses are now very, very cold when I have to turn off that generator or the kind of additional generator setting. But the more people I can get in houses, the better chance we have of survival. I think we're going to manage it. It's going to have come at a great, great cost, that's for sure. Desperate father, miracles happen. Sir, it's a miracle. The man who went looking for his daughter is back. He brought her with him. He says that he found her soon after leaving the city, but they both got lost and had to wait for a lull in the blizzard to find their way back. I'm surprised they came back now, given what blizzard we're in. They're both exhausted and frostbitten, but very happy. That's lovely to hear. It's been a long time since we let them go, so I'm surprised they made it back, to be honest. We are going to leave the generator off for the time being until we manage. I don't mind severe frostbite, we can deal with that afterwards. Steam hub range has been upgraded, that's okay. It gives... Well, we've actually managed to keep up with coal production, which is remarkable. Steam hub efficiency, that's a shame. I was hoping for something a bit better. Improved heaters might be useful. That's only in workplaces, but it might give us the time we need. If we can give people a little, in the few public places still open, giving them that extra time might be what we need. Especially in the medical post, actually, that's probably the most useful thing we can keep getting. I think we can probably turn that back on soon. We have another event though. Panic spreads, people at this guard station, they can stay at home, that's fine. Means less people are going to be living near a watchtower guard station, but we're just going to have to deal with that. More events. Healthcare crisis, Storm's Harvest. You'll have 3 days to use triage. Captain the ill and their families have gathered to demand that we do anything to help them, but the number of frostbite cases keep rising. We might not be able to help all the sick in time. You can use triage to heal some of them, but many would have to die. We are going to do it because we're going to run out. We'll be okay in time. People are also dying in the streets. We'll have 2 days to build an infirmary. Again, we'll either be there or we won't, so I think that's okay. How are these tech guys doing? Are they going to get there in time? With the heaters, I don't know. It's going to get to the very cold period soon. Oh, they're not working through the night, are they, these tech lads anymore? Oh, that might have been a mistake. That's a lot of discontent to put them on, but I want that to keep. I want those improved heaters. And I'm also going to turn on this. We are just about managing. Just about managing. Where are medical pretends? We have plenty of them, I just can't find them, it seems. We go to health, go to medical post. Oh, we still can't initiate triage for a while. We have a lot of discontent and a lot of... We still have some hope. I'm very proud that we haven't had to use the order above all, because that is not very good and not very, you know, it leaves some questions afterwards as to what the consequences of that bit would be. Would we ever get back to normal? Who knows? Here we go, improved heaters. That might make our medical facilities actually livable in. Go to medical post. And so look, these places are now livable because we're actually one above. Because these heaters now provide a lot for us, but there we go, it drops to freezing. It's going to drop to freezing for this little while. We have another fear of the storm. Work ceases, so most of our people have abandoned their workplaces to stay home with their families. Only medical facilities are still functioning. The city holds its breath, waiting for whatever the end will bring. That's a big loss of hope and a big increase in discontent. It's not long now, lads. Hold out. We have no food left. We actively are now starving. We have no food. We don't have many permanent modifiers left. Someone's died. Understandable. Come on, lads. It's not far. It's not long now. And as we zoom out, are we going to manage it? The storm ends, the wind dies down, and the temperature finally starts to rise. An eerie silence descends on the city. And there we go. Things turn back on. Life resumes. We survived. We made it. It's over. I cannot believe it. It's finally over. We've survived the final blow. We will live for now. We have survived. At a cost, absolutely. Many people died so that we may live. And here we go. We get to see a time-lapse of our work. We started as a formless rabble even. Battered by the elements. 80 people. Disorganized. Weak. First we put our children to work. Parents lost their children. And every day was a struggle. So we adapted. People spy on each other. Brainwashing propaganda. Prisons. Oppressive guards. Yet I fear we have gone too far. We may well have done. Order was abused. The city survived. The city survived at a cost, but was it worth it? (1887) New London, 338 citizens remaining alive at minus 30 degrees. How about that? I did not think we were going to survive that, my word. And there we go, that's Frostpunk. And I've really enjoyed my time with this. It's been a wonderful series running alongside L.A. Noire. I've really enjoyed it. And actually, it kind of overtook L.A. Noire in terms of kind of priority, because L.A. Noire is quite a long game to record. There's a lot of downtime, there's a lot of kind of bits that don't always make the final video. So that's kind of been moved to the kind of the secondary series for the time being, and Frostpunk took over the main series. But that's also because I've just really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed my time with this game. It's a really good game about like facing morally ambiguous, tough decisions which come at a cost in many people's lives, and it makes you make hard, emotional decisions. I really like that in a game. You know, I think that's where games thrive, is when they create excellent stories, and I think Frostpunk has made an excellent one. So, this series has come to an end, and it's been a bloody wonderful one. But Frostpunk 2 is not far away. I don't know if we'll see a full series, but we'll most definitely see a video or two, maybe even a live stream. For now, thank you so much for watching. A new series will start in the near future. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.